Guys, welcome back. We had a bit of a problem last night on the podcast with myself and John Paul. Couple of technical issues, so we had to cut it at that point and come back to it today. But hope you're well, bro, and we'll get there. We've got a good chunk of content there, mate, with that podcast yesterday. Really enjoyed it. It's always a pleasure to get on and have a good chat to you anyway, mate. 100%.
100%, James, and the feeling's mutual, brother. And it was a good old chat yesterday. I enjoyed it now. 100%.
Spot on. I want to say, I think we'd spoken about the upcoming event which you're working on at the minute over in Ireland. I think we'd covered that in the podcast and got to that point. So obviously now you're still working on bits. You're working with Kuddo. Big shout to Kuddo as well. What I'm going to do, people, is I'm going to put John Paul's link and Kuddo's link as well. So go give these boys some support because they're making big things happening in Ireland. First sanctioned bare knuckle fight event, which is no big deal. No little deal. It's a massive deal. And hopefully, mate, it's going to lead on and grow into a lot more opportunities and things happening as well.
It's like anything in life, James. Once you get one good run of the thing and you prove there's nothing stereotypical, like in this country, when you think bare knuckle, you think trouble, right? Everyone thinks, anywhere in any country, they think trouble, right? It's not the case, it's a sport. So if this goes off without a hitch and no issues and no problems, it opens the door for a lot of people to do what they want to do. Do you understand, James? Legally, like. You know what I mean?
100%, mate. And that's the way it needs to be done as well, John Paul, because you have to think about yourself, mate. You have to think, you need to make sure that things are done right. And then, everything's covered then. And you're covered, and it's the right way forward. It's not worth taking risks and doing this or doing that, and something can happen, and it could be tragedy. So fair play to you, brother, and everything you and Kuddo have done this last few weeks and getting everything sorted. It's going to be spot on. After the podcast last night, I had a good chat to the People's Champ, Jimmy Newman.
Yes, Jimmy Newman.
Good chat to Jimmy on the phone, and so we're gonna get across as well for the event. We're gonna be there, and that's going to be great. Not just to be there to support you and your event, but also to get across and get to meet up and have a bit of time together.
100%. I'll show you around the Emerald Isle. I'll show you the lovely parts of Ireland. 100%.
Bro, I look forward to it. I've never been to Ireland, and it's one of them where it's I don't know why either, really. I don't really know why I've never been. Everyone used to say to me, like, so you get a lot of people heading to Dublin, don't you? I think Dublin is quite expensive
the tourist
nowadays.
Trap. That's the tourist trap, you know what I mean? You pay a nice few quid to be in Dublin.
Yeah, definitely. But no, mate, honestly, it's gonna be quality. With yourself and get Jimmy there as well, and mate, it'll be fantastic. And like you said earlier, mate, any way that I can help, I'm happy to help. And if that means doing a bit of commentary, doing a bit of anything,
I was saying that behind the scenes, James, we have one fella, he's a rapper, he does rapping here locally in Ireland, he's known around the country, right? And then we can have people from your side of the country, you're known for all the bare knuckle. So that's two audiences catered to in the one event. You get me, James?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, mate.
It makes perfect sense. Kuddo put it in the chat that time. It was like, see, this is why Kuddo's clever. You see, this is why I like Kuddo. He's after giving a few inputs, like, and that made perfect sense. It made. Do you understand?
Yeah. No, he's a good lad, Kuddo, isn't he? He's a good lad,
100%. Man. He's clever. He's clever. He is.
I've got to say, like, within there's like its own little corner, really. I know we touched on it on the podcast last night, and within this corner, there's yourself, there's Jimmy, there's Liam, fighting Pride UK. Shout out to Liam as well. He's going to be fighting Burger Joint podcast on the next YouTube Wars event, so that is going ahead. So big shout out to Liam, but it's like doesn't matter whose live it is, whether it's yourself, Jimmy, Liam, whoever's going live. It's just good vibes, you know. It's good chat. It's good vibes. It's nothing toxic. It's not talking about YouTube bullshit. You know, it's just the boys having a chat and a catch up. You know,
it's having a chat, but over live stream, James. That's all it is, like.
100%, mate. 100%. And but as well, what's really nice about it is you've got a great community there. Like, you know, you've got a great community. So it's like a sub community of this corner of YouTube, isn't it? You know, it's just a little sub community. But big shout out to the lads, and I know your boys as well. I'll give a shout out, Wreck It Ralph, Top Boy, Good Mod. And you've got some great people, mate. You know, working with you with the channel and around you. And
I like my regulars now would be Conan, Ralph, Satman, Axel. Like, there's more. I'm leaving. There's Peter in UFC. There's like all the boys are deadly in the chat. You know what I mean? They're all sound. You know what I mean?
Yes, mate. It's all the same boys. They're all there, you know, and they're all there supporting each other in the way that it should be. Like we spoke about yesterday, you know, it's all about supporting people and spreading positivity and a good message and helping people, and that's it, mate. And hopefully making a little bit of a difference to make things happen and make things move forward in a positive way.
100%. I'm surprised, James. Like when I started involving myself in the YouTube, right? It was to try, like I told you yesterday, instill these values that come from NNA and a couple of people they see. It was an experiment in a way, right? In my head, right? It was for my own personal little bit of experiment. But it's after blossoming into something that's deadly, like, you know what I mean? It's mad. I love it. I love it. Like,
mate, it's only going to keep growing, JP. It'll only 100%. Keep growing, mate, you know, honestly. And, you know, don't get me wrong, like, people get it mixed up. Like, there's no negativity around fighting, first and foremost, because there's people who are fighting on a decent level for the sport, you know. So there's no negativity around that, and a lot more respect from me for these boys and people involved with YouTube who are involved with the fighting, you know, the bare knuckle and that as well, rather than the people who blow up on YouTube talking about it all the time and never have no fights, you know. Which to me, yeah, big love and respects, mate. Big love and respect. So tell me, JP, right? Obviously, this event coming up, you're going to be fighting on it yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to be fighting bare knuckle.
Yes.
Talk to me. Who do you want in there?
I have a main event in mind, James. I've vocalized this already. It's another great idea that came to me, right? There's a man in the Philippines, right, that does a lot of this talking and blowing up on YouTube you're speaking about, right? But he's made a lot of extreme opinions of himself online, right? He has made all these I've done this and the box Lennox Lewis and I out grappled Brock Lesnar, all this big talk, right? Well, I only found out today, he is 17-ish stone and 6'4". I am also 6'4" and creeping up on 17 stone, right? Cratty Marty is his name, right? And he's supposedly this Muay Thai trainer and this Muay Thai you know what I'm saying, influencer, let's say, right? Well, to me, that sounds like I shouldn't be no big problem to Marty, the Muay Thai influencer in the Philippines that's doing the 20 years and training all his life, right? Because I haven't been, right? I would be interested in having Marty and me in the main event of a heavyweight bare knuckle boxing on my event, right? Marty has a few quid by the sounds of him. Well, he says he has a few quid, right? So if we I'll put it to Marty this way. If you want to travel to Ireland on the 1st of June when I get this sanctioned and all ready and insured and everything for my event, I will gladly indulge in a bare knuckle fight with you, Marty, right? I will gladly give you a share of the pay-per-view money because we're going to set up a pay-per-view. If you accept, we will talk numbers and I will give you a nice, fair percentage of pay-per-view. So I'm after laying out every option. I'll be as fair as possible. You'll be grand here in Ireland. This will be a sporting event for you to prove all your talk, right? You should have no problem coming to Ireland to fight little old me, nobody, Paddy Irishman here on the Emerald Isle, right? You're Big Marty, FFM, whatever. I'm John from Ireland, right? So you can prove what you're speaking, and then I'll just turn up like I always do, on or off camera. You know what I mean? So, Marty, the ball is in your court, right? The ball is in your court, brother. You want to make a few quid, come to Ireland the 1st of June, and we'll have it out. You hear me? You're for that.
Fair play to you, mate. It makes perfect sense, that one, to me, JP, as well, you know.
It can't make any more sense, like. It can't make any more sense. That is the perfect opponent for each other, like. You know
yeah, definitely. So it's there, Marty. So Martino, if if he's down for it, obviously that's a fair play offer as well, mate. In terms of being able to have discussions and work out bits for pay-per-view and stuff, and that's the right way to do it, I think. To be fair, so obviously everyone benefits, mate. That's exciting stuff. So obviously this is all very, very new, and sort of just happened. So are you gonna get something out there to Marty yourself?
I haven't followed any of Marty's stuff, or I've seen him on 1 or 2 lives, other people's lives, right? So I'm now going to follow. I'm going to subscribe to Marty soon after this video, right? I'm going to lay down all the reasons why it makes perfect sense. And why he can back up his talk now. I'm giving him the opportunity to back up all the big talk. He's been supposedly telling people on YouTube he's going to smash him that are a lot smaller than him. That is never going to happen because of the weight difference in the weight classes, right? I am the perfect match for you, Marty, and you are the perfect match for me, right? You can back up all the talk now, brother. And if you come to Ireland, no one will be able to say nothing about you anymore. No one will be able to say Marty or this, Marty or that. You will be rectifying all your stuff. You understand? And then there's going to bring the eyes that doubt you to the pay-per-view, which give you a nice few quid, right? And it gives me the opportunity to get out there. It gives you the opportunity to prove people wrong. And we both get paid for it. It's perfect, it's perfect. It makes perfect sense. You know
the main event, the redemption. Do you know what I mean?
Marty.
The main event, mate, fucking big time. Because you got to remember as well with Marty, he was wanting to go and meet Decker for a straightener over in the Philippines and this, that, and the rest of it. But obviously, it never happened. And so it's perfect opportunity, Marty, for you to actually, step up and get in there and, mate. Fair play to you, JP, for putting it out there, bro.
I was trying to think of a perfect opponent for to bring eyes onto the venue, onto the event, right, James? And I cannot think of any more. That is a clash of 2 6'4" titans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he is what he says he is and claims to be, I should not be an issue for Karate Marty. Do you understand? If anything, it should be, I will come to Ireland and do this because this is no challenge for me. Do you understand? If he is what he says he is. Do you understand?
Yeah. That's the big question, isn't it? Is Marty what he says he is? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Come prove us all wrong, Marty. You know what I mean?
That's it.
And you get the best. There'll be no sneaky tactics. No one. It'll be straightforward. An event booked, insured, finance back, sponsored, everything. It'll be everything. It'll be proper. It will be what it says on the tin. You know what I mean? So the ball is in your court now, Marty, brother. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'm going to give you a video asking you to come to this event and prove me and everyone else wrong, right?
Well, this podcast will probably go out after that call out video goes out, but obviously I'll make sure that it's shared and we'll get it out on. I'll get Simon to share it over YouTube wars as well, and we'll get it out there, mate. We'll get it out there.
Marty,
100%.
come get some, I said. Come to Daddy. You ever heard that?
And I can't wait, mate. Honestly, like whether Marty accepts the fight or not, it's going to be an amazing event. Like, and all fucking power to you, bro. Because this is you, and like everything that I've seen with your channel over, number of weeks, months now, coming into fruition.
100%. It's coming. I'm like yourself. Me and you had a chat off camera, James, and we said I'd be similar to you. When I say something, I tries everything to the best of my ability to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
I make things happen when I say something. It's me making a verbal agreement with myself that this is what's happening. And that's a man of my word. I stick to my words to myself as well as to other people. You understand?
100%, mate. And
similar to yourself.
I'm the same way, exactly the same mindset, exactly the same way. And yeah, mate, it's what it's about, and you're a straight up guy, you tell it how it is, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and you want to be able to go through life, better yourself and help other people better themselves as well. And that's fucking big power, that, mate,
And it's powerful. It's empowering stuff as well, James. It empowers me more when I see, like, if I put these things out like this, try to get people to help themselves, because that's all it is. It's just me giving them the motivation to help themselves and telling them it's not impossible, like, to help yourself. You know what I mean? And when I see that paying off and people help themselves, that makes me like, yeah, that's deadly. Fair play to you, boy. You know what I mean? Look, I told you could do it, didn't I?
It's brilliant. We spoke a while back, didn't we? And we were talking about that where you start with a visualization and then start the manifestation and make it, make things happen. And bro, it's perfect example. But it's, to me, it's huge. Like you get this event up and running, first fully sanctioned bare knuckle event in Republic of Ireland, and that in itself, mate, you're putting your own name into the history books there,
100%, James. And then it opens the door and it paves the pathway for other situations, like the event they were supposed to be on that fell through. It opens the door for a lot of other people to follow through on their ideas. Once one goes off without a hitch, the rest will follow.
Yeah.
And I have to throw in a bit of glove boxing and a bit of MMA glove boxing just to open the door. The last couple of events is the cracking and opening the door. Do you get me?
Yeah.
The first couple of fights sanctioned. Next minute, then we don't break it down. Next minute, it's fully sanctioned, all bare knuckle boxing. Do you understand, James?
Yeah, 100%, mate. It makes complete sense. It's the right way to do it. As well, a good thing as well is when you're involved in a bit of some of the MMA, the hybrid stuff, the gloved. You're also there's a lot of people like myself. I'm all about the bare knuckle, but there are a lot of people who are very much into that as well. So you're catering for more people, which is going to draw more people to the event. It makes sense, mate. Business, it's business. It makes complete 100%. Sense.
And everything I'm doing as of late, James, does this make sense?
Yeah.
And that's the only way. If anything is to proceed, it has to make sense. Do you understand?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. Well, it's been, John, it's, as always, mate, it's obviously not going to be the last time that we're speaking. People, you'll always make sure you get across, subscribe to John Paul, drop in on his lives. He's always got good people on his lives. You get Jimmy Newman jump in there. You've got Liam, myself. There's Kuddo, there's Jude as well, and another Irish chap who
Jude is 100%.
Yeah, jumps in as well. So you've got a really good thing going, mate. And people, make sure you do that. Show some support. I'm very, very interested in seeing how this call-out's going to develop. Obviously, Marty oblivious to it at this second in time, but you know, it's coming. And bro, it's honestly, JP, it's always a pleasure, mate. I mean, you know, it's always a pleasure. You know, you're becoming a friend as away from YouTube as well as, you know, Jimmy Newman, and you're just a good fucking set of blokes, you know, straight up, honest, decent, and doing the right thing, you know, and for all the right reasons, mate. And you've always got my utmost respect for that. And honestly, brother, hand on heart, anything that I can do, you know, you've got my number. Get in touch, and whether that's 10-minute rant on the phone because of something, or whether it's whatever, bro. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, mate, really ton of respect to you. We're going to wrap it up here now, people. Probably got a couple of hours podcast here. Big love as always as well, JP. What you spoke about yesterday, big respect to that as well, mate. Obviously, you've been through a massive journey yourself, and you know, as well, what's important is not dwelling on yesterday and last year. It's about today and tomorrow, you know. And
what's happening today and what's going to happen in the future.
100%, mate. And that's where you're at. And all credit to you. I think the way that you go in, your focus, your mindset, your ambition, determination, and everything else is going to do nothing but put you where you deserve to be. You get me?
Thanks.
Like, I mean that, mate. Yeah.
Thanks very much, James, and all the respect in the world to you and the boys and everyone of you, Jimmy, Jude, Kudo, Liam, everyone in the chat, everyone.
All the chat as well, like, because you can't, you know, everyone in the chat and the comments who was always there on all the lives and getting involved, all top people. So big love. As always, brother, we will, myself and Jimmy Newman, will be heading across to the Emerald Isle. We will be there for the event. 100% we'll be there, mate. And
you'll go with that.
It's gonna, mate, it'll be fire. It'll be fire. And Jimmy, I can't wait to meet up with Jimmy. I'm gonna meet up with Jimmy soon. And another absolute gentleman of a man. So if people haven't seen the Jimmy Newman podcast yet as well, I've done one with Jimmy Newman. Did that last year. So go check out that with Jimmy Newman as well. Links for John Paul, for Kudo, all in the description on this video. So make sure you get across, show John Paul and Kudo some love. Go drop them a subscribe and drop in on a live. Go say hello. And bro, this is not the last time we're going to be talking about bare knuckle, and we're going to be talking about things moving forward, you know.
There's great things on the horizon, and hopefully we can get the fella over on the, and we get that going.
Karate Marty, prove to people, including myself, that it ain't all this, and you're not a complete shithouse, right? This man here, very respectable, makes complete sense. 6'4", 6'4", 17 stone. Make it happen, yeah? Giving it all. You're prepared to fight Decker in the streets of the Philippines. So, like John said, John Paul Fitzgerald across in Ireland, to you, should be like working your man, Marty. So, yeah. Let's see it happen, people. And if people want to see this happen and want Marty to get in there and fight John Paul at the main event, bare knuckle, then let's make it happen, people. That's it, you know, support it. Leave your comments, get onto John Paul's call out, get onto these videos and let your thoughts be known. That's what it's all about. But all done in the right way, the right environment, good platform, you know, everything above board.
100%. And just one more thing before I go.
Go on, mate.
Decker Heggie is a lot more established than me, Marty. He's a lot more established bare knuckle fighter than I am, and I probably ever will be, right? So you should have no problem with this. If you were going to fight Decker in the street, as James said, I'm just John from Ireland. That's it.
Hey, but don't underestimate that, people, because John from Ireland, in my opinion, is one hell of a fucking solid fella. Absolute
100%.
sound man.
100%.
Sound man. Respect,
Mind yourself,
bro.
James.
Respect, bro. We'll wrap it up.
Respect to you too, brother.
And next podcast coming is going to be with Tim Scott, who fought at the Fair Street Beefs event. So we've got that one coming up next week, and we've got a few more in the pipeline as well. So keep tuned. First podcast of the year, John Paul. So appreciate your time, mate, and coming on and doing it as well. And big things happening, people. John Paul Fitzgerald. Remember the name. Remember the name.
Number 1 in Ireland. You're that. Go on, brother. Mind yourself.
Take care, mate. Take care.